What up, y'all? So it's that time of year again where the Damian Lillard reports of possible trades is back up on the media again. And I really doubt he will be traded or go anywhere because he really hasn't tried to enforce it. But if I were Portland at this point, given that it looks like they're really kind of looking more to end up going more younger and getting into more of a younger team over the next few years, I probably would just actually choose to go ahead and trade him for some pieces that would work for him and be able to get by doing a rebuild. So some teams I would pretty much would say that should maybe take a run at him for Damian would be is the Phoenix Suns, because with Chris Paul gone, or they could even re-sign Chris Paul to like a sign and trade just to do a filler for the Portland Trailblazers as just being a teacher, because I think Chris Paul's competitive days for titles is going to be behind him. But if I were the Suns, I would try to do what I could to maybe get a trade for Lillard. And if you have to add Ayton, you run a three-man team of Dame, KD, and Booker. That's a lot of firepower where you'll win a lot of games. You might not win the title, but you will be competitive enough to possibly give it a good try, because defense isn't as prevalent in the NBA as it used to be. Another team, and I think this will be a popular team for a lot of trade destinations, is the Miami Heat, because the Heat really do need a big-time scorer to be able to take some of the demand off of Butler for scoring, because that's just really not his role. He's a two-way player, but he's not a high scorer. He's just kind of mid-level scoring, so you really could use a star scorer. So Miami would probably be a decent little spot for him to go, and they do have some pieces that could attract a possibility, like Tyler Hero, and some of the undrafted players are really going to be entitled toward something going forward. Or maybe they might want like a Gabe Vincent or someone along those lines. And then the last team I think that realistically probably should take a shot at it, even though I don't really think that they really don't have the pieces or the capabilities probably to pull it off, is the Lakers. And I really don't want to see them end up on the Lakers because, again, like I've always said, I'm a Kings fan, so the Lakers are the last team I want to see get players. But if the Lakers were able to swing a trade for Lillard where they kept AD and LeBron, they'd have three stars, and talent usually wins championships. So it would be unsurprising that they probably be able to get into a high competitive deal with LeBron and AD. But those are the three teams I think that should really probably swing for Lillard the most. And if Portland wanted to do right by Lillard, that's what I probably would say they would do. Now, if they wanted to get just some really good trade packages, I would look into like the Pelicans, because they're looking to unload Zion possibly. Maybe a Zion for Lillard kind of trade could always be in the work for it, because it's two stars, one's young, one's not, and you'd reunite McCollum and Lillard, which they were playoff contenders together, and having Julius Randle, that team would actually probably be pretty good to be able to compete. But from what it sounds like, Pelicans want to go after Scoot, so I don't know if that'll actually be what they would do. But that's kind of where I think what my 2 cents on it. I don't think Damian's going to go anywhere. But the three teams I think that highly should go for him is the Suns, Lakers, and Heat. And then if they're just trying to do draft capital, they should look at teams that are maybe competitive, that could compete for a title, that are young. And then they could pick up some draft capital and maybe a young talent. But let me know what y'all think. Maybe name a couple teams that you think he might go to if they were to do a trade with someone. And have a great day as always. Later.